let you go.
The summer major is really starting to turn to an edge. We're seeing teams change up their strategies and play to stay within the summer major day by day to see which teams will be crowned the first ever summer major champions. This has been by far some of, if not the most competitive months for all of us, from players to viewers and even fans. Obviously, over the past 5 days, we've seen an absolute chaos arise throughout each and every team. The summer major commenced on the 14th of June. Round 1 of the Challenger stage initiated on the 15th of June with 16 teams taking part. Since then, the teams that managed to pass through the Legend stage were Team Pointers, Red Notice, The Dreamers, Toxic, Team Sincerity, Black Mirror, Feechki and 6am. Although those are the top 8 teams, we'd also like to congratulate the top 16 for even being able to make it into the Challenger stage. Whilst that being said, a door got slammed and an opportunity was missed by a team that initially fulfilled a spot in the Legend stage, which was stolen by Feechki. That team would be Invincible. They could have helped their case if they were to replay the game the following day, but were unable to. As a result, Invincible lost the match and Feechki moved onward into the Legend stage. Moving onwards to something which at this point shouldn't really be a shock to us. But yet again, Team Pointers came out, which seemed to be a ridiculous combination at first, but if you look past the combination and focus more on the impact it had on the battle, you would start to realise that Team Pointers had indeed come out with a new meta for the sport mode. There's no doubt in my mind that we'll see lots of other teams that will follow this strategy. For example, we've already seen teams like VTB and Black Mirror using Ares and Thunder. Moving forward to some of the matches that had a lot of hype before the matches were even played. Game number 1, Team Pointers vs Diamonds. The match score was 3-1 for Team Pointers, but overall it was very intense and action-packed game to watch. Game number 2, The Spy vs The Dreamers. This match was also an intense one to watch, with every round except the last one being a 1 flag difference. Surprisingly, the Dreamers managed to pull away, and at the end of the match, in the 3rd round, with a final score of 3-0. Game number 3, Knockout vs Red Notice. To start the match, it seemed as if Red Notice would win every round with an ease, but Knockout quickly bounced back in the 2nd and 3rd rounds. Knockout held their opponents to only a 2 flag difference in the 2nd round and 3rd, but unfortunately it wasn't enough, with the scoreline being 3-0 for Red Notice.
No, he didn't use his overdrive, but LeBron certainly did, and that's going to be the return for Red Notice.
Now on to something we hope you didn't expect to be seen in today's show. We'll be interviewing 2 current eSport players, along with showing off a variation of predictions made from players within the community. If you'd like to and understand Russian, then I'll definitely suggest checking out Major Camel's interviews and predictions, which can be located within the eSports Discord server, although here's what both Assertive and Screen had to say.
I think at the moment it's probably the meta now. I'm sure everyone saw the sandbox game against Diamonds and they beat them comfortably, so yeah, I would say teams should start using Ares and Thunder more. Looking at the grid at the moment, I'm going to probably say Despite, as they've lost 2 of their first games, and I think their first game was against Dreamers and they lost 3-0, so yeah, I know it was a close game with Dreamers as well, but yeah, I would expect Despite to win that.
I think it is actually between Immortal Hero Dov and Rix, but personally I think Rix is a bit better because he is known as a hard player and has won many times Asset so far, and I think everyone knows how strong Rix can be, so that's why I think he's the best Viking right now in this tournament. For me, it is clearly with 3 teams, Team Pointers, Diamonds and Red Notice, but I don't know in which order I would put them, because all 3 clans have really big chances to win the champion paint.
Okay, thank you guys so much for sharing your thoughts, and we're looking forward to seeing which other lucky guests we can have on the show. Along with all the news given today, we'd also like to announce that the Tanki Fund is once back again. Don't miss your opportunity to win a ton of goodies, whether it's from tank coins to a massive amount of overpowered augments, which are waiting to be claimed. On a final note, we've moved. You'll also be seeing the games uploaded onto our channel, although to catch every game in the heat of the moment, then head over to our Twitch channel, which you may see on your screen now and also within the link in the description. Anyways guys, with that being said, thank you all for watching and tuning in. And also thank you to everyone with your predictions, and also Assertive and Scream for being on the show. But yes, that is gonna be it, and we'll see you in the next one. Adios.